They're nerds. You go for the nerd.
This is true. Nerds make the best partners because they believe in fantasy things like trust. Nerds actually believe that people don't cheat on each other, or at least they're too busy to think about it.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we will see several modern women complaining that men don't approach them. We will also see how the modern woman thinks and why a nurse is a giant red flag. We want to invite you to smash that like button, support the movement, subscribe to the channel. That's the only contribution we ask from you, man. Add your grain of sand to the movement, leave your experience in the comments for any man who needs it. And without further introduction, let's get started.
Like I said, I was a nurse for 13 years. I was a neonatal ICU nurse. I was the good girl that you guys love up until 35.
Nurses are red flags, to be honest.
Okay, that's fine. That's a red flag for you. It's projection. But I was a nurse.
It's okay.
What is it, like studied red flag?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I did actually have a study for nurses. I thought you might find it interesting. So it is true that nurses do not have more sexual contacts than women not working their profession. Point for you, right? Mm-hmm. But more often betray their partners, up to 25% more often. Yep. And probably more than other women, they have far more oral sex, 70% to 50%, anal sex, 31% to 18%. They're far more promiscuous across the board.
Okay. I've never cheated on somebody, actually. And I'm
we understand so you may not have. We're just looking at why nurses would be a red flag or not.
Okay, I get that.
Absolutely. A woman with shifts up to 80 hours. How do you think they relieve that stress? With the anesthesiologist in the break room. It's very likely that a doctor has been with a nurse at some point. We're talking about people who live in the hospital. Of course, these women will want an adventure at some point. So that story never fooled anyone. I don't believe it. If you want to see how much happens, just watch Grey's Anatomy. That series was a real spectacle of a doctor's life. Let's not kid ourselves. It's among the professions with the most cheating. The sexual tension that these people feel being together in a hospital all day, going through so many stressful situations, that adrenaline has to be burned off somewhere. I'd like someone who works in a hospital to leave a testimony about this, about what they've seen with these women who work in hospitals.
Nice.
Where are the men? What happened?
That is a really good question.
I don't know who's to blame.
I could think of a couple possible answers in regards to who's to blame, as I'm sure we all could.
Men don't want to be men anymore.
It's not that they don't want to be men anymore. It's that they've been told over and over again by society and various other groups of people that they're full of toxic masculinity, and the traditional ways in which many men behave is no longer wanted by a large number of people.
I feel like we're around a bunch of Peter Pan. What happened to men and values and family?
What motivation do men really have to act like men when all they get in return is condemnation, criticism, and disparagement?
Taking care of their women and just being the man and the protector.
Let's not forget the large number of women out there that are constantly saying,
I don't need a man. I don't need a man for nothing.
So yeah, that's what's happened to men.
Simply put, we've entered our era of the soft guy, drizzle. We got tired of doing so much for you, of giving you many privileges just for being a woman, only for you to throw them back in our faces and insult us for it. Now we're taking them away one by one, which is why you're wondering where the men are. The irony is that you answer yourself. You don't need a man. You're a strong and independent woman. So why are you asking about us? Women will miss what it's like to have a masculine man who takes care of things, a man who leads and directs, a man who makes them feel feminine. They will miss all the privileges we once gave them, because you got tired of insulting us, saying everything we do is misogynistic, that all our actions are wrong. So stay alone. Enjoy hitting the wall, because the wall doesn't forgive.
Okay, so to answer this question, first and foremost, let me tell you something. Stereotyping yourself into a category such as a cowboy, a businessman, a jokester, a whatever it is okay. But for anyone to get someone such as myself, here's what it is. It's really not that hard. Here's what it is, okay? here is what it is. Okay, let's zoom back out. Let me tell you, okay? And this is real talk here. We're not messing around. You have to think of yourself like this. Are you a man of action? Okay, and a man, first let's take that word action. Action is the process of something typically to achieve aim. So if you're a man of action, you're going to attract someone such as myself. A man of action has goals, his own goals. And I don't mean all of a sudden you meet me and all of a sudden I'm your goal. Because that's annoying. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be the man. This is a man of action. The man of action is the man of the hour, the man of the minute. No matter where you are in life, are you a man of action? But being a man of action, having your own goals, and then attracting someone with goals, such as myself, there's not a better recipe than that. Man of action.
This is where I tell you to avoid chaos in your life because misery loves company. Let me tell you something based on your logic. If every action has a reaction, that means if I'm a man of action, I should have a woman at my level in every sense. You've already failed. First, you're over 30. Second, what do you contribute to my actions? Are you going to hold me back? Because showing your face like you did makes it clear that you're an expense. Women, especially those who have hit the wall, think that after 30 or more, having a face full of makeup is beauty. Ma'am, that only tells me you're high maintenance. That hinders you more than it helps you. Secondly, even if you perceive yourself as high value, the market dictates your value. A man between 30 and 45 is at his best, so he can choose who to date. Do you think he'll go for the woman in her 35s who only maintains her beauty through investment? Or a natural girl at 23 who doesn't wear makeup but looks like an angel with just a face wash? Let me know what you prefer, brothers.
Morning. I'm still hungover from Saturday night. Yay. But, if you see me in person and you come up to me, the first interaction should be a nice interaction, not oh, you're that slut from TikTok. Or you're not even that funny. Or you look bigger in real life than you do on the screen. I'm sorry. I was trying to have a girls' night and then I had a couple dudes come up to me and say these kinds of comments. And this is why I don't really go out anymore. People were just absolutely foul. Oh, like I just can't. Of course, there was the occasional really nice one, and it was really nice to meet you guys. But yeah, I feel like this shit shouldn't happen. Like, you shouldn't have people come up to you and say these kinds of things. Like, people are way too confident in the sense that they don't care if they're mean.
What can I tell you? I'm known as the guy who sends you to the wall, and you're known as the TikTok slut. Everyone remembers you by the impression you leave on them, and that can't be avoided. A woman from the colored hair movement might see me as the devil himself, and I can't help that. So if you want to be remembered differently, moderate your message. Even a speaker or a coach is known for what they do or say, whether they're motivational, focused on entrepreneurship, or just the crazy one giving toxic advice. As I said, you leave an impression on everyone. It seems the impression you're leaving is quite bad for you. So moderate your message, use fewer filters, and you'll be less of a target.
One of the best and easiest ways to Pavlov's dog a man is to wear bangly bracelets. Let me tell you why. When you're doing something with your hands, it's gonna make jingly sounds, and those jingly sounds are gonna stick in his brain subconsciously. And then he's gonna associate the jingly sounds with happy hormones. So you're in a fight, always mad at you? Oh, sorry babe, didn't mean to be a raging bitch, I love you. It fucking works. It works.
Well, guess what? Okay, so you know how I'm a Libra, right? Yeah. I found out that he is a Capricorn, and apparently we're really compatible dating-wise. Okay. I know that that's a little bit psychotic because... The only thing that you're compatible with, Joel, is a mental asylum. Proof of Joel, okay? I actually don't care if he's a bloody April. Joel, this isn't the point of it. You're a Sagittarius, we get on. I've already looked that up as well. We get along. Don't you say I prioritize men, Joel, because I prioritize you and me.
We get along
because I deal with your looniness, doll.
Doll,
You
please,
are
I am not
literally a
loony,
character
doll.
on the Looney Tunes.
You are about to shit on star signs and
I actually am.
doll, astrology is a real thing, and I think that there's method to the madness. Look, I don't know a lot about it.
It's like you're saying aliens are real, doll. I don't have time for this bullshit.
Doll,
My mental capacity is capped up.
please,
I really don't.
everything that is Libra, I relate to. Indecisiveness, doll.
Craziness, doll.
Doll, please, I think it's just a good sign. I'm not messaging. I'm not stupid, doll.
Then what are you bothering me for?
Because I just think it's a good update to have. Like,
Okay, well, let me just bank that up in my notes. I don't give a shit, doll. Let's go. Okay, thank you so much.
okay, thank you.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
When people start charging for thoughts or using their brains, they will begin to value it because, to me, some people have two mosquitoes playing ping pong in their heads. It's so bad that I've seen people dictate their entire lives based on horoscopes, which tell them every day that they will get rich, find love, or whatever else, or to be careful of a certain sign, or about stars or energy, and all that nonsense. But we're not here to judge. We have to let them be. At least they serve as consumers. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What career would you not recommend looking for a wife in? Why do you think men don't approach women? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.